Have you ever made a big move in your business and the second it went wrong, you questioned everything? What if your income isn't capped by your strategy? What if it's capped by the moment you stop deciding? Let's talk about that. Welcome back to Sold Out Sales School. I'm Trish Ware, seven-figure founder who built an audience of over 750,000 through connection. I help female entrepreneurs become known and sell out their offers through live micro experiences. And today, girl, we are cutting through the noise because your 20K month does not start with better strategy. It starts with a decision, and most women never actually make one. Okay, so I want you to really hear this. You do not have a strategy problem. You have a hesitation problem, a spinning problem, a decision avoidance problem. You've taken the courses. You have a course graveyard. Maybe you haven't even logged into them. I don't know. That's me. You know what a niche is. You know how to possibly sell outcomes, not features. You know consistency matters, but knowing is not deciding. And deciding is what changes income. The word decide means to cut off, like physically cut it off. When you decide, you cut off the backup plan, the constant pivot, the emotional roller coaster, the option to quit every time it gets hard. And I learned this the hard way. Let me tell you a story. So here I was, I'm building Labor Nurse Mama. We were doing well. We had our fearless birth experience, a live 5-day micro experience that led into our birth class. We knew our numbers. We had a strong conversion. We had a 7x return on ad spend. So I made a stretch decision. We were going to triple our ad spend. It was uncomfortable. It was downright scary, but it wasn't reckless because we had the data, and data makes decisions and decisions makes dollars. And then everything went to hell in a handbag. My ad manager outsourced to someone new. Ads were leading to the wrong landing page. Tracking was off. Sales tanked. When we calculated it all out, it was a $50,000 mistake. $50,000. And I remember laying in bed just crying. I was going through perimenopause, y'all. I was exhausted. I was emotionally fried, and all the thoughts were pouring in, like spinning in. Did I just kill my business? Did I ruin our momentum? Am I actually good at this? Was I just lucky before? That's the moment most people spin. That's the moment most people pull their ads, slash the prices, pivot their offer, rewrite everything, hide. And I wanted to badly. My husband comes in, he sits on the edge of the bed and he put his hand on me gently. And I remember the room was dark. I had been crying, a snotty crying. And he asked me one question. Are you the type of business owner who only does good when things are going good? Or are you the type of business owner who does the things she knows works even when it's going bad? And that was the moment, not a strategy shift, an identity decision. I had to decide what kind of business owner I was. So instead of burning it down, we fixed what was broken. We cleaned up the tracking. We corrected the landing page. We refined. We didn't panic pivot. And here's what that moment taught me. Income doesn't grow when things are easy. It grows when you execute after a freaking hit. That $50,000 mistake didn't threaten my business. What would have was my own indecision and quitting. Sometimes a spinning feels productive. It looks like rewriting your offer again, tweaking your message again, redesigning your Canva slides again, creating something new instead of refining what you have. Spinning feels safe. It gets us into busy work because it avoids exposure. Revenue generating actions require visibility. They require vulnerability. They require hearing no over and over again. So instead of driving traffic, you adjust your font. Instead of selling, you reorganize your Google Drive. I see you out there. This is not a strategy issue. This is a decision issue. You do not build high 5-figure months as someone seeing if this works. You build them as someone who has already decided it will work. That's a different posture, a different energy, a different consistency. And the women who is testing, she posts when she feels like it. She apologizes for selling. She lowers her price at the first objection. She rewrites everything every quarter. But the woman who has decided, she posts no matter how she feels, confident or not. She sells her offer daily. She holds her pricing steady. She refines instead of restarting. Same strategy, different identity. And identity drives income. If you want to shift your income, start running everything through this filter. Will this make me money in the next 30 days? Color palettes? No. New brand shoot? Probably not. Rewriting your offer for the 9th time? No. Driving traffic? Yes. Hosting your live micro experience? Yes. Following up with leads? Yes. Selling daily? Yes. Most women avoid revenue generating actions because they force you to be seen. And being seen is uncomfortable as hell. But being unseen is expensive. You can give 2 women the exact same strategy. One makes 5K, the other makes 50K. The difference is conviction. Half in, all in. Half in produces half results. A 20K, a 5-figure high month is not built in 1 month. It's built in the months before it. When you show up like it's inevitable, that's what deciding does. It collapses time because you stop entertaining doubt as an option. Earlier, I told you about the $50,000 mistake. That wasn't the month that defined my income. The decision I made in it did. And here's the truth. Decision alone is powerful, but decision plus structure, that's when things freaking move. Because once you decide, you need clear positioning, a micro experience that converts, messaging that hits, feedback, refinement, data. That's why I teach live micro experiences, not because they're trendy, not because they force decision into implementation. You can't spin inside a room that requires execution. So what if you stopped rewriting your stinking offer and started refining it? What if you stopped testing and started deciding? What if the only thing between you and your next income level was the moment you choose who you are? So I'll ask you what my husband asked me. Are you the type of business owner who only performs when things are easy? Or are you the type who executes when it's stinking hard? Because your income doesn't respond to your mood. It responds to your identity. If you're done spinning, if you're done pivoting every 6 months, if you're done calling indecision strategy, then it's time to decide. And then you put yourself in a room that requires you to back up the decision. You already know what you need to do. The only question is, have you decided? If this hit, do not just nod your head. Move, take action. Apply to work with me at trishwarecoaching.com/apply or join the next live micro experience sold out offer challenge. Go to trishwarecoaching.com/SOO and let's build an offer that actually sells. Action takers are moneymakers. You're not stuck. You're undecided. And now, girl, you know better. That's your cosmic slap on the booty. You are the magic. Do not forget it. Hit subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.